Hi guys, I'm here to show you this awesome look from Kate Capshaw in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. First thing I'm going to do is put some primer on because I want this look to really last the whole night. To get that glowy, soft summer skin that she has in that picture at the beginning of the video, I'm using the Unique BB cream in the color cream, and then our Unique body bronzer. It's a body makeup in the color Sunset, and then just kind of buffing them together all over my face. This is a great way to add a little bit of glow from underneath your makeup almost, because the body bronzer has some shimmer in it. I really like this combo to get that really easy to do summer look. You could easily do this with your hands or a sponge to blend it out. I like a brush. I just put some eye primer on my eyes because I want to make sure that the eye look I do doesn't move around anywhere because it's kind of humid and sweaty tonight. So I'm filling in my brows with what I call my brow triple threat. I am using a Unique pencil in the color Light and using small strokes to fill in my brows and then blending them out with the spoolie brush. Then I'm taking a matte medium brown pigment called Infatuated and an angled brush to fill them in even more completely, and then again brushing them out to blend. The triple threat will come later when I actually set them up with some brow gel. In the meantime, I'm taking the color Curious and with a flat brush, putting it as my underbrow highlight and inner corner of my eye. This is a great kind of pearly white sort of pigment. Then I'm taking the pigment Adorable with a flat brush and patting it all over the lid, because in her look in the movie, it's got a definitely blue in the outer edges, but then you can see that there's something softer sort of on the inner eye. It's hard to catch the full look in the movie clip, but I'm doing my best to kind of create something that's just sort of inspired by it. I just patted some of that Infatuated color on top so that I could darken that brown a little bit. Now I'm using a matte navy pigment called Twitter Pated and just kind of smoking out the edges of this eye look. I do have a hooded eye, so but I also have some lid space. So to get Kate Capshaw's same kind of look, I am just sticking to those outer corners, but I want to make sure when I open my eyes that you see the blue. Now I'm taking a navy pencil liner and just kind of softly lining my upper lash line and then the lower lash line, because you can definitely tell that she's got a lower lash line in blue in the picture from the movie. And then just kind of using the brush to soften it up and buff it out, and making sure that I haven't let that blue go astray anywhere. And so I just kind of correct that with my fingers. Then I'm going to come into my highlight and contour kit. This Unique sculpting kit is awesome. This is the yellow powder that is in the middle, and I'm using it on all the areas that I would want to highlight on my face. And it's almost like I'm going to bake my makeup here, because I set that up and place that powder while I go ahead and brush the contour cream in with an angled brush all throughout the spots I would want to contour within my cheeks, around my nose, forehead, and jawline. And then that powder's just kind of sitting there soaking in. So now what I'm going to do is, now that I kind of let it sit there for a little bit, I am going to buff it all in with that paddle brush. And this just kind of gives you that highlighted look. I'm taking a blush that's kind of a soft mauve color that gives me a little bit of color, but it's more on the mauve side than it is, or rosy side than it is like a peachy color. And just giving myself some of that glowy blush cheeks, and then taking our bronzer in Sunset and buffing it all out so that the cheek is a little more blended and not too super pink. Then the final highlighting step is going to be with the cream highlighter that comes in the Sculpting Trio, and I'm using a stippling brush to kind of put that on the top of my cheekbones, in the inner corners of my eyes, the Cupid's bow, around the bottom of the tip of my nose, and kind of like above the brows. So it really helps bring that like pop of glow to your face when the light's reflecting off of it. Now, because it is a humid evening, I took some Makeup Forever HD setting powder and just did under my eyes and across the bridge of my nose, where I tend to get oily and greasy. And so I just didn't want to add any more color to my face, so that's why I chose that powder. I'm starting out with some L'Oreal Voluminous mascara, because that's what I use as a base for my Unique Fiber lashes. And then I'm just going to pop some gel and fibers on. I usually do 2 coats when I'm doing my lashes, and I like to blow dry in between so that I can blow any excess fibers away. The first coat, I do my whole lash, and then the second coat of fibers, I actually just go back and forth on the tips. And you can look at some of my lash training videos if you are interested in a more detailed application. And in typical Melissa fashion, I managed to get it all over my face. But never fear, a Q-tip is always your answer, but a great tip and trick to do with that is to wait till it dries to buff it away. I used a white liner pencil to do the inner eye, and now I'm going to set up with medium brow gel my brows. And the look is pretty much almost complete. We're just gonna clean up with a dry brush and add a very nude, very shiny, glowy lip. So I'm using Luxe, a rosy nude lip gloss with some clear, sparkly lip gloss. The color is Loyal in the middle. And then now you can see the final result, kind of capturing the same effect as Kate Capshaw in the movie. I really love this look.